Good morning, children. Welcome to e-techno class. Today we are going to discuss about water. In 6th class, water lesson they added. So in the previous classes, the old syllabus. We are not saying old syllabus, just a little they changed. So instead of the water, they have given rain. Where does it has to come, isn't it? So instead of that, they have given the water. The same topics, subtopics are also presented, isn't it? But some are they added in this lesson. So I will take 2 classes, maybe this class and next class also I would like to take. So by this time I am going to complete. The rest of the topics are the same only presented, isn't it? So let's see what is that water. So we know that natural non-living things this. So in our life, air is a required, water is a required. Next what we want, say. So the temperature and the soil, this all the things. So air, water are the very essential in our life. Of course, the remaining things also required, but in our body, just you see, 70% of the water is presented among in our body. So how the water is very essential, and always the doctor used to say, please drink more water, at least 3 to 4 liters in a day, whether the small children or the, because it is a filtering. So water is so much required in our body as well as the plants also. Even you see the plant without water, it is dried up because of no water. When you see there is a less rainfall, less plantation. So that is a cause of the less water is presented. So water is very important in our life, of course, in our atmosphere or on our planet, isn't it? Let's see, children. I would like to say about 1/3 of the water is presented. So 72 to 73% of the water is presented in our earth. That is marine water and fresh water. Of course, ice mountains also, Arctic areas when we go. So the full of the mountains with the ice only are the presented. So before that, marine water. So among that marine water, that 100% is 97% is of the salt water. So how much percentage? 97%. Remainder ice. So ice 2%. Remind that fresh water 1% is presented in the our earth, isn't it? Let's see once. So children, the salt water or the marine water. So once we will see marine water, 97% is presented, ice water 2%, and the fresh water is 1%. So we know that salt water is not useful in the directly. How it has to be useful, I will tell you. And the ice water also we are not using because of they are in the mountains, ice mountains. Let's see the fresh water. We are using the fresh water. So what is the sources of this fresh water? So all the river banks, are the majority of the fresh water are the presented. And the olden days we had a lot of the wells, all the river banks, wells, ponds, next lakes, groundwater also. So these are some of the sources of water. So which water? Fresh water. Fresh water. Some of the sources of the fresh water. Water, that one. So rivers, lakes, ponds. Next one is the groundwater also. Isn't it? So wells also. In a olden days, when you see most of the villages and as well as the towns also, the people are having more wells only on the gardens or in the places of their places, isn't it? But now entire the technology has developed and we have the bore water, groundwater, we put the water, so there is no value of the water. We have the 1% of the water is presented in the earth. So how we have to utilize? So this water we are using in many ways, like we are drinking, we are planting plants, for that agriculture also, vegetation also we require of this water, or for the buildings also we make this one with the fresh water only, or washing your clothes or vessels also used to be this water only. So even the purpose of the this one hydraulical energy, so even power also we can generate with the hydrogen. This is the fresh water only. So how the water is, we are giving the importance of this fresh water. How much water we are using in our daily life, we have to be measured. Otherwise, a lot of the water is changing, and you see when we have the what we say floods or the rainfalls, they store already what we say these dams. Though the dams are, if it is a full, then they have to be release of the water, and it has to be go to the mixing with the marine water. What is the marine water? Salt water only. So salt water we are not using in our daily purpose. Of course, there is an evaporating system is there. Already we know, but once again I will tell you in a next class, isn't it? So water is important in our life. Children, everybody, you have to write the homework. How we are using the fresh water in our daily life, and also in the your surrounding. Just write down your HW and imagine how much you are taking in a 1% is the water. We have bestowed. See, everybody is drinking of the water. When you go to the towns or tropical regions, there is a boats almost has to go more than 400 feet. But when you come to the near of the river banks or near of the rainfalls, only with 50 feet we get the groundwater, because of water is dried up. If all the water we have to take, the soil will becoming loose. If the soil is becoming loose, we will get the earthquakes also. It is a lot of the damage, and we have to suffer ourselves. So children, once you imagine how the water is useful in our daily life, you have to write down and tell me that, and you have to discuss when you come to the school. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Where do we get water from? We get water mainly from rain. The rainwater collects in rivers, lakes, streams and ponds. We make wells to use this water. We take out this water by using a hand pump and tube well. We store water in tanks on the roof in our house. Pipes bring this water to our taps. At home, When we open a tap, the water comes gushing out. Drink clean water. This water is not clean water. So, before we drink this water, we must make sure that it is clean, or else we can get sick. Do not waste water. Water is precious. Do not waste it. Keep the tap closed. When you are not using it, place a bucket under leaking pipes to collect the water. Use the water with which you wash vegetables to water the plants in the garden.